Well, with more on all of this, we're joined live now via Skype by Vaughan Mayor Maurizio Bevilacqua. Mayor, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Now, I must ask you, York City Council all agreed to pass a motion today requesting to be placed into the red zone when the stay-at-home order is lifted next Monday. But what do you say to people who might be raising their eyebrows over the fact that York Region has 223 cases that might be variants of concern, as well as 49 confirmed cases of the B117 variant, more transmissible, possibly deadlier? What do you say to that?
Well, I say that we have always used the same decision-making process throughout this global pandemic. We listened to our medical officer, Dr. Kurji, and he's recommending the measures that Council has approved. And I believe that is, you have to exercise discipline in decision-making because it's our anchor is really Dr. Kurji, and you have to listen, and by doing that, I also think that if we begin to move away from the decisions made by Dr. Kurji, then I think that you will begin to erode public confidence. I think that the public confidence that we enjoy in York Region, which is extremely high, is because we've used a very methodical approach towards making decisions that obviously have an impact on people here in the region.
And do you think that York Region will be placed in the red zone on Monday?
I think according to Dr. Kurji, and also reading between the lines what the Premier is saying, is that he respects a great deal the opinion of the medical officers of each region. And ours is one of the best in the province of Ontario, who throughout the global pandemic has made all the right calls. And so when you're in that kind of trajectory, you simply don't move away from it. You stay on the track that has brought you the success that we've witnessed here in York Region. I also have a great deal of trust in the people of York Region. The vast majority of them throughout the global pandemic have been extremely responsible, and that is why you see a decline in our numbers, and that is why you see a Dr. Kurji who has a great deal of confidence in our ability to get through this.
And Markham Mayor Frank Scarpitti released a statement calling for Dr. Kurji to impose that Section 22 order, asking for more restrictions on top of the red zone region. A lot of them pretty much, they don't differ too much from the gray zone, and with the exception of gyms, dining and salons being open. Why this urgency to move into the red zone and not the gray zone?
Well, I think one thing about COVID-19, it's been around for a while now, and it may be for a little bit longer as well. And we have to also learn to live with COVID-19. I think that sometimes defensive postures are not necessarily justified if you can, in fact, get people back to some kind of normalcy. Far from it now, I should say. But I do think that you have to push the envelope a little bit and also test our own capacity to deal with this. Of course, public health and the health and well-being of individuals is paramount, but I do think that fear can, in fact, be an immobilizing factor in a society, and sometimes we need to challenge ourselves to do better. Okay,
Mayor Bevilacqua, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate it.
And that was Vaughan Mayor Maurizio Bevilacqua. Well, federal officials are showing